Hi guys, so I'm gonna read Captain Atom number 82, I think this is. It's really small. For some reason on these Captain Atom comics, the numbers are really small. But yeah, I was thinking about playing Star Wars Battlefront 2, but I decided I can't play video games on the channel, um, because I swear a lot, and I don't know, I don't want you guys hearing that. I swear a lot when I play if I'm talking and I'm playing video games. If I ever do upload another gaming video, I won't upload audio of me. I won't do that. Me talking. It'll just be the gameplay because I do swear a lot. But anyway, Captain Atom, how do you catch a ghost? Introducing that darling of darkness, Nightshade, who teams up with our atomic fireball to combat Operation Golden Ghost, an ingenious evil plot to undermine the security of our nation and the world. Captain Atom versus the Ghost. The security of the whole free world was at stake. Every agent of the United States was put on high extra alert. That's how Captain Atom came to be allied with Nightshade, one of the most attractive spy smashers that our country has ever had. So yeah, this is the first appearance of Nightshade. She was the inspiration for Silk Spectre and Watchmen. Captain Atom was inspiration for Dr. Manhattan. But later they'd give her like these supernatural powers. I think the only thing like in other media she's ever appeared in was Superman, Batman, Public Enemies, the animated movie. That's the only thing I think she appeared in. But together, this powerful pair find themselves confronting an almost impossible task of capturing a man who could disappear at will. But how do you catch a ghost? Scripts: Dave Kaler, pencils Steve Ditko, inks Roque Mastrosirio, lettering John D'Agostino. So, Pentagon Building, Washington, D.C. We're glad the President put you on this case, Captain Atom. Maybe you and the other agent assigned to this case can do what all the others couldn't. That thing who calls himself the Ghost has been causing havoc for private industry. We now feel he will strike at the government, but we don't know where. Your job is to work with another agent and catch that thing. Spirit or man, he has to be stopped. Ghosts have no use for industrial secrets or classified information. It's probably an outer space being, or a very clever man. Who's this agent I'll be working with? I'll call her right now. Her, a woman agent. Right, that darling of darkness, Nightshade, will be your partner. Right now she is in another part of the building. Nightshade? Who is she? I've never heard of her. This is the first chance we've had to use her since she offered us her services. She's well trained and very able, despite the great deal of mystery that surrounds her. I came as soon as I got... Oops. Easy now. I expected to meet you, but not in such a hurried fashion. Let's skip the pleasantries for the moment. This is too important to wait. You can get acquainted later. You both been briefed on this ghost affair. We think that he's planning something big, and I'm hoping the two of you can get to him before he succeeds. In the envelopes are your invitations to a party being given tonight by Alec Noyce. We are certain that a few of the ghost agents will try to pass information there tonight. Watch for them and try to find out where the ghosts will strike next. I better hurry and get ready for that party. A woman never has enough time to get dressed, you know. You better do the same, Captain. You'll find keys to a special apartment inside the envelope. You'll find the civilian clothes here and everything else that you need. Meanwhile, in another part of Washington... Ha! If some of the people I went to school with could see me now, it would really shock them. Actually, he looks like Spider-Man. Like here, look at his face. It's like Spider-Man without the colors and that. But I still remember how the girls used to talk about me. Alec is a really good looker, Sue. Looks aren't everything, Jan. His folks don't have the money so that he could buy a car to take you out in. With girls, it was money. The fellows had a different reason for avoiding me. Maybe we should have asked Alec to play. Nah, he wouldn't have time. He has to go home and study. But I was able to change my penniless state that fortunate day in my laboratory years later. I've done it. The teleportation machine works. I could have given my invention to the world and still be working in a lab somewhere. But the memory of all those years without money or friends stopped me. I'll use the power of this invention for myself. With my invention sewn into the hands of my ghost costume, I was able to steal anything I wanted. And after the party tonight, I'll be able to do anything I want. Once I learn where the floor plans for Fort Knox are located, I'll be able to put Operation Golden Ghost into action. How will anyone be able to stop me when I get into any place? Meanwhile, Captain Adam prepares for an evening out. I'll bet that female agent causes more headaches than the ghost. While elsewhere in the apartment of Eve Eden, alias Nightshade. Imagine me working with Captain Adam. Later at the Alec Noyce party. This looks harder than I thought it would be. With all of these people around, I'm supposed to spot something unusual and investigate? The ghost could be anyone in this room. And Nightshade, where or who is she? She ran off before we could prepare a recognition code. Well, better keep my eye open. There's our host, Alex Noyce. Wonder how he made his first million. Suddenly, all eyes turn to the main door as Miss Eve Eden enters. The leader of the jet set has arrived, and everyone knows it. Remember, Eve, you're Nightshade on an assignment. Wonder if Captain Adam is here yet. The party will really start now that Eve is here. I wonder what her senator father said when he got the bill for the dress she's wearing. It's Eve, you look stunning. Let me get you some punch. You're a dear, Alec. I wonder what he would say if he knew he was talking to Nightshade. She's even better than in person after all those photos I've seen of her in the papers. Miss Eden is enough to tempt any Adam, even Captain Adam. But before Captain Adam gives a chance to meet Miss Eden, he spots something strange. Looks like Pleasure will have to wait. Whatever that waiter collected didn't look like an empty glass. I'll be back in a sec, Max. If I want to see if anyone is in the library. And I want to see also. Playing cat and mouse must be in my blood. Now to pounce on my friend and see what kind of cheese he received. I have a message for the spirit world. The papers are in Section 18 in the main complex. This one is only small fry. If I can locate Nightshade, she'll know where 18 is and how we can get there. And what is Nightshade doing? While dancing with Alec Noyce, she spotted the same scene and managed to get away. Alec, can you excuse me for a minute while I go freshen up? I suppose I'll have to, but hurry back. But I'll really be following that man to see where he goes. I was wondering how to get away from you, and you provided the perfect excuse. Lucky the car is nearby. I can question him as Nightshade. Looks like I beat Captain Adam to the first lead. How about playing a little information, please, with Nightshade? What? Who? You wouldn't want to hurt a poor defenseless little girl, wouldn't you? Hey, you're about as defenseless as a wildcat. Now what do you suppose you tell me what was on that paper you passed? My feminine curiosity is aroused. The ghost will kill me if I do. But suddenly, out of nowhere, the ghost appears. I don't see why you play so rough with my men. Perhaps you would do better doing it with me, to me. Okay. I never expected to have the chance to, but if you insist. Now I've got. Where are you? Ha ha, don't you know it's impossible to catch a ghost? It may be impossible, but I'd like to try. Captain Adam. You're most welcome to try, but some other time. Right now I'm sorry that you have to leave, but I'll never be able to get away unless you do. Goodbye. Is it like the Spock? Or it's kind of like the Spock. That's what that reminds. Anyway, I don't know what you did with them, but I'm sure glad you did. Stop the prattle. We've got more important things to do. And so the ghost and his crony leave to set the Golden Ghost operation into action. But what happened to Nightshade and Captain Atom? No sooner did the ghost point at Nightshade and Captain Atom than they felt themselves moving into a world of no dimensions. It was like being solid in a world where nothing else exists. Nightshade, are you okay? I'm still alive, if that's what you mean. Where are we? I don't know, but I'm going to try and find a way out of here. Wait, if I remember right, we'll suddenly find ourselves back where we were when the ghost pointed at us. I'm starting to disappear again. I'll explain it all when we've got Earth under our feet again. And just as suddenly as they found themselves in another world, the pair found themselves back where they originally were. I was right. The ghost pulled a delaying trick to get us out of the way so we could escape. You mean he made us disappear? Whatever power he's got, it sure has to be strong for him to do the trick to others. Well, we can't spend the whole night here trying to figure out his powers. We got to find the ghost and fast. The only thing we have to work on is the message. I've heard before. The ghost is probably on his way to Section 18 of the main complex. Section 18 is a secret file and map room located 3 levels below the main floor of the Pentagon. We better get there fast. No sooner said than done. And in the heart of the Pentagon, nothing here on the plans of Fort Knox. Perhaps in the next file. At last, I've got it. And we've got you. Drop those plans. I see that I have visitors. Let me put this paper away before I join in fun and games with you. To borrow a phrase from the Beatles, catch me if you can. Okay. What's the matter, Captain Atom? Lost your grip? Your turn, Nightshade. You might be more successful than you were earlier tonight. But now I've got you. Sorry to disappoint a beautiful lady, but you might say this ghost is flighty. So you want to try again. Don't say the ghost never gave you a chance. I'm making this too easy for you. Maybe a few obstacles will help make this chase more exciting. What? I guess he got tired of playing games. Let's find out what he took. No need to bother, friends. I'll tell you what I took, because you'll never be able to stop me. I'm going to do what Goldfinger failed to do. I'm going to steal the gold in Fort Knox. He makes a lot of pop culture reference. I guess he's like Spider-Man. Sort of like Spider-Man if he was like a villain or something. But whoever he is, he's a sporting guy. He really figures that the odds are all in his favor because of his powers. After this fiasco tonight, I'd say that they were... So let's go back to the party and see if anything else happens. I'll change and we'll go back to Noyce House together. It might be better if we knew what each other looked like if any action gets started. And so after leaving Nightshade, Captain Atom changed and waited until... So that's Captain Atom unmasked. Handsome. Oh no, she can't be Nightshade. Ev Eden, you're not... I guess I'm the last of one of the last 2 men anyone would, or women, anyone would suspect of being Nightshade. At least I hope so. And you, what's your everyday identity? Captain Atom, U.S. Air Force. Why did you do it, Eve? What makes you risk everything posing as Nightshade? I can't believe you do it just for kicks. I can't tell you yet. Not yet, someday. Okay, Eve, I won't press it. We better get back to the party and to our job. I hope you don't mind the added task of mixing a little pleasure with business. The ghost is really asking for trouble if he tries to prevent that. And so the next morning the pair deliver their bad news. What? The ghost is going to steal gold from Fort Knox. It sounds like something out of a detective story. Whatever it sounds like, we've got to stop it from happening. If foreign nations ever learned about it, there would be a worldwide panic. Meanwhile, the ghost alias Alec Noyce is busy making his own plans. This looks easier than I thought. With a few trucks in this area off the main highway, I'll be able to slip into the main vaults with a larger teleportation machine and send truckloads of gold back to the gang. I hope that those two, Captain Atom and Nightshade, show up this time. I'll teleport them so far they'll never get back. I should have. It shouldn't take me too long to route up a crew and get the bigger teleportation machine in operating order. I got a power in my hands no one will be ever be able to stop. Once I have the gold, I'll be able to buy anyone or anything. Ah! So plans are being made by the other side. I'll feel better once we're at Fort Knox. The waiting for the ghost to act as will kill me. I could have gotten us to Fort Knox much quicker by flying us there. But as the Major said, the sight of us flying into and over Fort Knox would attract attention. Reporters would get suspicious if we knew we were there. He's right there, and this way I get a chance to relax and enjoy the scenery for a chance. There's another one of those trucks that got on my way. I never seen so many of them on this road before in my life. What, you mean the traffic isn't like this all the time? You think this is a part of the ghost's plan? Exactly. If you speed this thing up, we'll pass that truck and get into the Fort Knox ahead of them. I'll show you speed then. I wouldn't want to miss out on being a part of the welcoming committee for the ghost and his crew, and I want to set up another plan of operation to capture the ghost himself. I want to see how he likes being spooked. Once we register at the hotel, we can slip out to get into the base. We'll have to get into uniform and soon. The ghost isn't going to give us another chance to capture him after today. And what about the ghost? What's he doing right now? I'm not giving them much time to prepare a trap for me. The sooner I get this golden ghost operation over with, the better I feel. A message for the spirit world. Most of the trucks are on the way and should reach the outskirts of the city in an hour. Good. Then all I have to do is teleport myself there and start moving the gold out with my machine. I may just stick around to see the expression on the guards' faces when he discovers the gold gone. He's going to look so shocked. To paraphrase Lincoln, the world will long remember what I do today, but I don't think that it will like it. Fort Knox never seemed as busy as before. High in the air, helicopters were circling in the area of the building and watching the trucks assemble in a wooded area nearby. If what you say is true, then all we have to do is take those trucks and stop them. But we wouldn't have the ghost, and he would be back to try again. And the thing we want the most is to get the ghost. I guess we didn't get here a minute too soon. There's the ghost now. Once he disappears, you can start your attack on the trucks. The spirit world will be much richer after today. Since you're all in proper formation, I'll get inside the building and start sending the gold out to you. The man in white has disappeared, which means you can radio your men to surround the trucks. Then we'll descend and capture them. Meanwhile, I'll have an appointment to keep with the ghost. I want to see how he likes being scared by a ghost. Main floor, crooks, guns, and getaway trucks. Everybody out. Don't you know that's impolite to point? Especially guns. So you crooks are so unmannerly. You shouldn't sneak up on a lady like that. So pow, pow. You boys arrived too early. I was just beginning to enjoy myself. With the party over here, I like to be inside with Captain Atom right now. And just how did Captain Atom plan to scare the ghost? Well, let's see. I'll be the richest man in the world once I've got this gold to my hideout. Too bad my machine isn't powerful enough to teleport all the gold directly to the hideout. Then I wouldn't need the trucks. I'm afraid that your plans are all going to be spoiled. I'm going to give you nightmares, Mr. Ghost. What's happening to my machine? It's almost as if someone snatched it out from my hands. Someone did, Ghost. Little old invisible man me. What's going on here? Can the army have a machine that I don, knowing about doing this? To fight a ghost, the army invented something just as scary, Ghost. Meet the Invisible Man. What? That voice sounds like Captain Atom. I may not be able to see you, Captain Atom, but I can still see my machine and teleport it to where you'll never find it. I've got to get him now before he tries to get away. Pow. I don't think you'll be pulling any more disappearing acts once I get these gloves off you. That's what you think, my invisible friend. Suddenly, the ghost makes his move and tries to break away. Now that I can see you, I can make my break. What? I thought I hit you hard enough to keep you asleep for hours. But in his haste, the ghost feels his glove, and the wires in it tearing apart in the strong grips of Captain Atom. My glove! He's got to let go of my glove! And the ghost feels himself being torn apart by the weird field set up by the exposed teleportation device in his glove. Curse you, Captain Atom! Ah! Ay! Ay! And thus spells the end of the Golden Ghost operation, as well as the ghost. With all the gang rounded up, Captain Atom finds Nightshade eager to hear what happened inside the building. And then he disappeared. There wasn't a thing that I could do to save him. Whoever he was, I feel sort of sorry for the ghost right now. But we still have to go back to Washington and fill out our reports out to the president. Do you suppose you'll have time to have dinner with me later tonight? Back in Washington, other plans are being made for Captain Atom. It will amount to action and adventure for our atomic age hero, so don't miss it. The end. So that's the end of this story. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you could like, comment, or subscribe. Actually, I think the ghost... Yeah, the ghost was an Iron Man villain. And he looked like this too. Actually, he kind of looks like Moon Knight too. I don't know, anyway. Well, later on he was a Marvel villain. In the late 70s. This was mid-60s. So maybe Marvel ripped off Charlton, but whatever. I hope you guys enjoy this video. And I'll see you guys later.